morning. Today we're talking with Greg King, the Chief Development Officer of Changing Our Perspective. And he wants to change the world with an app that can help disenfranchised, underserved communities. And we're giving away to the floor to Greg. Tell us how you're going to change the world, Greg. And thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Lauren, for hosting me and your generosity. You're amazing. I guess to simplify it, we live in a day and age of there's a lot of information and technology out there, but in the communities that we are focusing on, a lot of time that information, doesn't get all the way down to the individual that actually needs, the resources or needs to know what exactly is out there. And so what we've created in the Creator app is a centralized hub that houses curated information, resources, local organizations that are doing the boots on the ground work. And then we've partnered with some of our affiliate partnerships in areas like telehealth, mental health, education. And basically, we just wanted to provide as much access so people that are in rural populations or disadvantaged communities, they know what options they actually do have.
So if they go to this app, once you've created it, I know you're in the process of it, which is like the very cool thing about Disruptive is we always get people right at the forefront, right when they're building something. Once they get this app, how does it apply to them? What they click on it and then what happens?
Yeah, so there's a lot of, and then we kind of did this intentionally because we wanted to provide something for everybody, whether it's grandma, whether it's mom, whether it's, a teenager. And there's a lot of apps out there. And so we kind of put our heads together and said, okay, why would a user want to come to this app? And so on the front homepage, it's a community page. And what that means is we will have behavior things that we're able to track and we want to see consistency. So if it's, reading, working out, we want people to track that and be able to post that on this community wall. And that's the incubator of change, but it's not things that you see traditionally on social media now. These are all things that are geared around whether it's positive, whether it's achievement, whether it's, social, emotional, meditating. And with us having a national reach, our hope is that people will see that they're a part of a positive change, but they're part of a community that's coming together and showing the common denominators that we have, whether you're in rural America, disadvantaged, America, the higher socioeconomic, we all are cut from the same cloth, and we just want to be able to display that on the homepage. When they click on the app and download it and create a profile, that is what they will see right there in the beginning. So you'll have that social media scroll effect of people that are part of this change, but then you'll be able to discover new opportunities. And under the discover, that's where, content, information, podcasts, interviews, testimonies, but we wanted to go deeper and not just help someone consciously say, you know what, I can relate to that person. You know what, I'm ready to make a change, but where do I go next? And that's where we have our partners to where we want to connect people based off your geofence location to organizations, to actual help, to the resources that actually can provide, tangible help. And so that's pretty much, discover, connect, and then, showcase your change.
So what are these resources?
These resources are in education, mental health, health access, financial literacy, local organizations that are boots on the ground already, nutrition, I think I said nutrition, really all the kind of health equity buttons or social determinants of health. We wanted to provide access in those primary areas.
And we're shooting for May for the app.
That is correct.
Tell me a little bit about Mike Sigletary, the person who is your inspiration behind all this.
Yeah, so for those that do not know Mike Singletary, he is a professional or former professional football player, played linebacker for the Chicago Bears, Hall of Famer. And I met him about a year ago, and we both had the same heart that we wanted to make an impact. And so we formed the nonprofit Changing Our Perspective. And Mike has taken it as far as, he's on a CBS series called Beyond the Edge, where he went to the jungles of Panama and really show that, this is not just another nonprofit that a professional athlete is, putting together for change. But when you watch him, he's actually very entrenched and very intentional. And so, yes, we're very excited for tonight. That's the premiere of the show, and we'll see what happens.
So tell me how you got to this space. You were growing up in Southern California. How did this all hit you now that you're in Texas? Tell us about this change.
Yeah, so I was in the healthcare space, corporate America, and raising a family here in Texas. And during COVID, we were all kind of paralyzed at home, and just watching, during the time what happened with, George Floyd and the tragedy there. But I saw something, really open up. And I think it was that aha moment that we all realized we had blind spots. It wasn't just a black and white. There were people that were hurting, but there were people that were coming together, and they were seeking a positive change. And so during that time, I was actually involved in a startup that was involved with technology. So I kind of immersed myself with blockchain and artificial intelligence and digital assets. And so that kind of led me to say, hey, if there was a centralized place where people could, showcase achievements and positivity and be recognized and actually be able to earn something that they could then redeem for tangible good and service, perhaps that would actually show the good that does happen in some of these communities. And with that, when people see positive things in a community, my hope is and was that makes it more attractive for developers and infrastructure, to actually rebuild some of the brokenness.
Thanks, Greg. Tell me the email people can, or the URL that people can go to if they want more information about this, if they can get involved. I know you're not starting until May, but let me know, what can they do to get involved if they want to get involved in this?
Sure. Our website is changingourperspective.org. And there you can subscribe and put your email in, and that will directly come back to me, actually. And I would love to provide more information, or speak with whoever wants to know more about how they can make a change with us.
Thank you, Greg. That was fabulous. We look forward to hearing more about your app and learning about the progress. If any of you who are listening want to learn more, you can keep posted at his website, changeourperspective.org. And if you put your email address in there and you want to talk to him about it directly, he'll get right back to you. Thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Lauren.